How a celebrity trainer gets actors in shape for movies. Vanity Fair. Let's check it out.
Here in Los Angeles, and I get actors ready for movies.
I get
Most
actors ready for movies. What does that mean? Well, he happens to be a trainer.
of the time, it's going to be something where a studio comes to me and asks me about prepping someone for a role. What we do is we literally have to sit down and figure out what the characteristics are of that role, the variables involved, meaning like, are they going to be in the desert? Are they going to be carrying heavy weight, an exoskeleton? How physical is the role? But a lot of it has to do with, background. Are they a novice? Have they ever trained like this before? Believe it or not, what we're doing is really helping these guys with character building. I want to enforce that character.
Wow. This is amazing, guys. Wow, this couldn't be more amazing right off the bat. Right? Because he trains people. He handles these people to just become a character, to believe it. And what do they also have to do? They have to train, physically train to bash the mind into just accepting it so that you can actually, look the part, so to speak. But no, you actually believe it now. And it's amazing.
I want them to feel super free of any type of psychological hindrances.
Right. You want to be free from what you think your bashed mind is. Okay? You want to be free. You just want to open them to the abyss. And any character can come in and just, what? You guessed it. You'll believe it.
I take a lot of pride in making these guys super strong, move well, fit, resilient, confident, and do it safely. These guys get injured, production shuts down.
Exactly, because you lose millions and millions of dollars, and some people get bashed and bashed and bashed and more bashed. But why is it millions of dollars? Nobody asked that. It's just what it is, right? And the bash range just accepts it.
Millions of dollars out the door. Training for a military role. Bradley Cooper came to me through John Krasinski, and he got this big role for American Sniper. And for Bradley,
okay. For Bradley,
it's all in. He wants to become that character.
Exactly. He wanted to become. And that's what they push in all these movies, to become. Become what exactly? Well, become a character. Any character, guys. Choose your purpose and you can become it. And these characters prove it every day. But what does that prove? That just proves that you have no soul. You are just the abyss. And that's why you're just swayed by emotion and you just attach to some identity that means nothing. Some identity that is easily offended, and you will just cry and cry and cry and just bash the living life out of you. Amazing.
Kyle, 225 pounds, military guy, highly respected and decorated. Bradley Cooper.
Right. First of all, look, exactly. He's massive. Look how jacked he is. He's super swollen like a hot dog. And look at him, wimpy Bradley, right? They're going to show you this to begin with probably, and by the end of it, they're going to show him just be all hulked up, right? Just not even bashed. Exactly, Hulk smash. Because he wants to be the Hulk. And the Hulk, what does the Hulk do? It just smashes into his brain and just defiles it relentlessly. But then it wakes up the next day and doesn't even remember what happened. And all his clothes are, disheveled and just ripped apart. But what happened? Exactly. He is clueless, totally obliterated. And this person knows it. But that's why he's training it, because he can train a bashed mind. But this person is also bashed. So you're just bashing and smashing into each other and bashing and smashing and smashing some more. Okay? Because this person actually thinks he's something, and he believes he's something, and you know what? You guessed it. So do you. And so you just identify with just bashed, bashed. Yes.
185 pounds wet, novice, never trained like this before, not like this, not the kind of weight training that we were going to have to do. I'm going to be honest with you. This was the one that I was most worried about.
I was worried about, guys, exactly, because you saw it. You're like, I have to work with this wimp. Forget about it. He was about to call his agent and say, man, come on, get me a better gig. Give me some better material.
In my career, because I didn't know if we could achieve what he wanted to achieve.
Exactly. We had almost look. He's just so devastated, just crushing his eye, right? But it's still good because he has that one good eye that he can see perfectly through, just like what he worships, the eye, the one eye, this single eye, which is him and only him.
Almost 12 weeks total. I think it was the first 8 weeks that we were doing 2-a-days. I mean, we had a lot. I thought maybe 20, 25 pounds was doable in that time frame that we had. 40 pounds heavier.
But guys, come on, it's super easy, right? Because you're just hamburger meat. So why don't you just bash as much as hamburgers as you can against him and see how much sticks to him? Because he's just hamburger meat, guys. Come on, right? Exactly.
Is a big deal. We had to get him moving. We had to get the weights going. I decided that this was the move, the trap bar deadlift, that we were going to pretty much make the foundation of everything.
Exactly. The octagon is going to be the foundation for everything. Wow, look, what is this? What is this? It's about his... Wow, all the ligaments are about to just get obliterated some more.
2 variables here that I can play with, and that is the range of motion and the weight. We started safe, and we started at a high position. We started
safe,
light.
guys.
As I
Always start safe, right? This is Teddy Ruxpin telling you to be safe, right? He even looks kind of like Teddy Ruxpin, right? Where's the giant worm? Oh, it might be him because he's just moving up and down like a worm would, right? Like a worm would. And what is wormwood? Exactly. Good question. What is wormwood? This person doesn't even know the word. It's a joke to him, and so is it to him. But wormwood is just a worm in the brain, isn't it? No.
See him progress and get better, we can take those down. So we got Bradley really strong. And as we progressed, he became more mobile. He could actually lift from the ground.
So now he's jacking up, more discs, guys, because that's what it's about. It's about collecting all the coins. So in his mind, he's like, ding, 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 coin. And look, with the false promise of this chick. Who is this chick? But she has to look good for this video. So good, right, guys? No. Because, no, if you even think she looks good, you are bashed, right? They will relentlessly bash you and smash you because, no, you couldn't possibly think she looks good. No. But this person is just working out like you. She's equal, so equal. And she's so equal that she can lift this too. So equal that she can lift this too. And you should be ashamed of yourself. So ashamed. So shame. Look, shame. Look, he's actually looking at her. Not the weights. This guy is sort of half one eye looking at her and half one on the target. The octagon, the hexagon, the square in the square, and the circle in the triangle. What are you talking about? Wow. Amazing. And okay, let's keep going.
And the confidence and everything that came with that. I mean, literally, it was amazing to watch the transformation. We actually ended up, towards the end of it, lifting a little.
Right. The good old Clint Eastwood. Is that Clint Eastwood? I bet it is. Yes, it is. Of course it is. And of course, wow. They're like father and son. And he's actually his son because he believes it. He just built a character inside of him that believes so fully that this person is his father. And who knows? Who knows?
A little over 425 pounds. You cannot fake the way 400 pounds feels when you lift it off the ground. So in the movie, that's real.
Right. In that movie, that's real, guys. It couldn't possibly be pulleys. No. It couldn't possibly be a pulley. No. It couldn't possibly be CGI. No. And just blast and make him do like 60 push-ups straight. He's just veins popping out right now. No, it couldn't possibly be that. No. He's actually doing it, guys. Wow. And good for him. Good for him for actually doing it, guys. Good for him. Right? At least that he believes it because he's in character, and the character believes it because the character did it. Yes.
We ended up doing, I think it was 4 days of 2-a-days. He would come in the mornings, 6 a.m. We would train for an hour and a half. He would go home and recover. He would come back. We'd do a lot of...
Right. This reminds me of some sort of bashed up hockey schedule or some, volleyball, just nonsense, just relentlessly just bashing. And it's fun. It's so thrilling. Yes, it is. And it's so thrilling. And just you train. No pain, no gain. Right, guys? The blood, sweat, and tears of everything. Just squeeze it, and then drink it because you're recycling and bashing yourself over and over and over again. For what? You guessed it, to earn gold at some bashed up up thing. But you don't know what gold is it? No, is it gold? Is it just a smashed up metal that just smashed itself into oblivion and to creation? Yes, that's what it is. And that's what you believe. So it's nothing, right? And you love it. So if it's nothing, why do you love it so much? Why do you love it so much?
Out of the volume training in the afternoons, and then he would do a half day on Wednesday, and that was his week. He didn't need to get ripped, he needed to get big, and that's a big difference.
Exactly. He needed to get swollen. He didn't need to get ripped. No, he needed to just surpass into oblivion that level and just crush it and devastate it and get what? You guessed it, big. Not massive. No, just big. Big, because big is better. That's right.
I knew that there's no way in hell that that guy was going to eat as many calories as he needed to put that kind of mass on.
Exactly, because it's like, just like throwing a hamburger at him. Right, because he would probably laugh at that and say, "Ha, that's hilarious." But no, he actually believes it. He's like, this person cannot consume enough mashed up hamburger enough time for him to just put it onto his just swollen body. It's not gonna be enough. He won't be able to just gull it down as much protein as possible. No, he doesn't fathom that, right? But he actually believes it because that's how he feeds himself. That's how he feeds the flesh, and he loves it. He loves it so much because he's feeding it to himself. He's feeding himself to himself, exactly. And in this movie, Soylent Green, they told you, but you think that they're actually killing people and feeding it to you. No, you're just feeding the relentless life. It's just sad. You're beating it just out of you. You're beating it out of yourself. You're just savagely kicking it, defiling its face, kicking it in the face when it's down. You don't even know it's down because there is no down. There is no sideways. You just believe in the upside down, right? Because that show told you, and it blew your mind. It blew your mind into the upside down. Why? Some people come through walls, and it's amazing. There's a kid that's named 11, and 11. You love it. You love it. Numbers and weights and numbers. And it's just a fantasy. You love the fantasy and fulfilling the fantasy, and you love to boast, and you love to boast about the fantasy, and you love to just make movies and millions of dollars to just transform somebody. You love the transformation process. You love it without even knowing it. What is the transformation? Exactly, you don't even know because apparently you're going to transform into some bot and some superhuman race. Amazing. But no, that's not transformation, is it? Because transformation is, you're doing it right now, is it not? Oh, no, it couldn't possibly be that. But of course, it's not even that, right? Because you actually devote and want it to love you back. You want it to love you back when life just abundantly provides and you have no clue. Okay, you have no clue.
On. So we had to drink the calories. So I just progressed it week by week to try to increase a little bit at a time.
Yeah, just boost them, like you would a goose before you just slit its liver. So you just blast as much as you can into it. Just fat, because you need the fat. You just obliterate it and swell its liver up because that's what you're doing. You're just going to slow feed this guy into swelling up. You guessed it. He's going to blow up and swell up like a hot dog and eventually rip at the seams. Yes.
500 calories or so. I knew that we had been doing a really good job. Once we hit the 200 mark from the 180 mark, everything started rolling. His body just couldn't get enough of it. He was recovering. He was doing everything he needed to do. And
it was superhuman. He was already superhuman, guys. He was just doing it, fasting. He was fasting first. That's how he did it, guys. He fasted. He just did the purge, right? He purged some more because he purged squared. Okay, he purged squared just so he could slowly go back to binging his way to be swollen enough to just devastate the character because he brought it into a so-called life when it's lifeless, and you know it. The life that you think you're living is lifeless. Amazing.
And it wasn't until the day before shooting that we got him on the scale, and it literally read 225, and I couldn't even believe it.
Wow. I couldn't even believe it. Oh. Such beautiful CGI, guys. It's so amazing.
When you think John Krasinski, you think The Office. And he came in with his big smile on his face and was telling me about the possibility of this movie, 13 Hours. And he was...
Look how dirty you look, right? Look how just savage dirty you look, right? Because apparently that's what you do when you just pick up a gun and you just go fight wars and you just get dirty and you just bloodbath, right? Just bloodbath. Just bloodbath. Bloodbath, bloodbath, bloodbath. And so these guys are just doing it. They're just bloodbathing themselves into thinking that they are the blood. They are the blood. Look at them. They're just savage, savage, savage. But no, you can clearly see this person. But the eye tells you, look, he's just trained. This is the eye of trauma. This is trauma. So how could a person be so, courageous and all that? No, this person is just programmed to respond, to just go. And you're like, you're cannon fodder. Cannon. You're just going to get bashed and smashed. But no, not in the movie, because you just crushed. You're the superhero and you just relentlessly win every time. You win and you win and you win and you win and you win. And you might get shot and you might think you died or lose a friend. But you win. You win every time. Yes, you do. And this thing knows it too. And that's why she's just yelling and calling into the abyss. And this person is looking at you like, that's right. That's what you had to do to play the role. And he's almost about to give you a high five. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
He was going to play a Navy SEAL, way outside of his comedic roles that he's been doing. You wouldn't know it if you just looked.
Exactly. He was pigeonholed. So what did he have to do? He had to smash a new one for himself. And that's what he did. And that's what you were hired for him to, just go through and relentlessly just beat it into him so that he could believe it. But wait, you're going to tell me you had to believe it first? No. You probably have to do some workshop at some point and just blast, just confuse him relentlessly. Unless he's already have the techniques to do that. Oh, wait. No, it's called what? That's right, you guessed it. Blasting into the oblivion in the rocket of your self-righteousness. And then you get to bat away thoughts at your own will. Because what exactly? You are the master. You are the grand and everything, right? And you get to just sit there and look at all the thoughts. And then pick from them what ones you want to consciously, relentlessly bash away. Yes, because you have the power to just, oh, yes, me. I am so, but no, that you have to love yourself. And no, before guys, no, and no, okay, you have to love yourself before you do all this in the brain and bash some more synapses in there. Yes, tell yourself that you can read the mind and read the abyss even more. Read the abyss and astral project and smash some more. Smash some more in the astral plane and then find the character and bring it into your soul, right? No, that's bash, and this person knows it, but he's going to tell you anyway.
But he is extremely strong. The first 4 weeks, we did all strength training. It was 2 days, 4 days a week, half day on Wednesday.
I was like, let's do it. Let's get the bench press going. He's like, no, you're going to drag that sled from there to there. And I was
Exactly. So he caters his brainwashing to the person that he sees, and exactly, he knows the flesh. He knows the flesh that is presented to him. He's like, all right, give me his report. He looks at it and he's like, okay, yes. The time of trauma this person has gone through, he's going to look at it and then make a little tweak. He's going to know how to tweak you. He's going to know how to tweak you so that you believe that you came into knowing it. And then you just blast and swell and sweat. And then just think that you are so amazing. Yes.
I was like, how hard is that? I'm having a heart attack.
We had the luxury of working with John for quite...
Exactly. Right? So this is what they go through. Just work your ass off. That's what they mean for do anything. For what? Exactly. For nothing. Because everyone has their show. Everyone has their show because it's all about them. It's all about them. And it couldn't possibly be that it's about knowing the purpose. No, it couldn't possibly be about that because he just made his purpose. The purpose for him today was to go and smash these weights. That was his purpose today, and he can just smash and dash and just choose his purpose just at the whim of his farts, essentially, because they are just as worthless as to him as, just stuff that comes and passes as he smashes and dashes, because he doesn't care. He only cares if they're stinky and he'll move away or just relentlessly smell it back in. But no, this person might just bomb. He might just bomb and crash and crush another one just beside him, but they don't even know, because they will just pretend nobody did it. And where did that smell come from? Which is what they do in every day of their life about the life that they think that they're doing. They have no clue where it came from, where it's going, and that's why they're so... Guessed it. I don't have to say it.
Quite a while before we started shooting 13 hours. I was very confident in John's ability to move, so all we had to do was turn the dial up for him. Every day we would end up doing some sort of squatting variation. We'd do front squat to press, great complex exercise. And
Great
we would also
complex.
have him start doing just
Yes.
overhead press. Still engaging the whole body while doing the pressing, so it's even more taxing on the body.
So it's just boring about weights. You know how to relentlessly bash so your body just responds and just swells up, okay? And so, of course, he's gonna be like, man, it's all about science, right? Of course, that's what he's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you, oh, it's about nutrition and just getting as much calories into your bloodstream and to bash the proteins around. But no, this person has no idea. He just knows exactly verbatim what the textbook told him, and he believes it in his mind because there's little diagrams and videos for him to just relentlessly bash that into his brain. But what is no, he has not. He has no idea. He has no idea, because as someone is doing this, okay, as someone is doing all of this, right? I mean, what is this? It doesn't even matter, right? Because it's just, what? Exactly. It's just relentlessly picking up weights, the weight, always just climbing nowhere and just going nowhere and just kicking a bag that's just bashing you back, okay? And what is this? And it's, yeah, okay, train. Why don't you train them, right, for the signs and times? Why don't you actually train these people for the times and signs? No, you don't have no clue.
Love the dumbbell bench press. I just like the fact that each arm is working independently of one another. And John crushed it, man. He was doing over 100-pound dumbbells.
He crushed it, because no, the weights did not crush him. He crushed them. That's right. It was him and only him. And that's why he loves himself even more. And that's why he can just forgive himself relentlessly. He can forgive, and he has the power to make other people, ask for their forgiveness, for his forgiveness. And he can choose who he forgives and who he doesn't. But he does not understand that forgiving means overcoming. Yes, you guessed it. And loving that which defiles you. Wow, he would never agree to that. Wow, amazing.
Not to mention,
it doesn't mean just bashing them back and just bashing relentlessly. No, because what? Once you love that defiles you, you can only do that if you stand in truth, because you can only see who's defiling you and what is defiling you once you shelter yourself by the truth and then stand in it with all that you are. Yes, all of it, and not just bash it around in a gym and your gym will bash you back. That's why you have the mirror in front of you, so you can just love yourself even more. Love yourself in the transformation to what? Nothing, because the abyss apparently gave you everything, and the abyss is nothing. The abyss is nothing, because something you believe is nothing. That's amazing. That it is so truly amazing. And that you're here and nowhere and anywhere and everywhere at the same time. That's so amazing. So why aren't you bashed? Right? People look at you, this is a normal person. But no, you're so scrambled, it's an omelet, and it's kicking you in the brain and making hollandaise sauce out of it. Yes.
That we ended up doing a lot of conditioning as well that was going to help with that, the fat burning effect. A lot of high intensity training, pushing the sled back and forth, picking weights up, slamming it down, jumping, running, pushing, all of that with little to no rest.
Wow, little to no rest. So just relentlessly just smashing. Exactly.
Definitely comes across on screen when they put this kind of work in.
Let's go, we gotta move!
So I was...
Right, so they put them through the trauma, all the trauma just to capture it. Right, but if they go through the actual trauma, no, they don't want you to actually go to the savagery, right? They don't want you to go because, they couldn't possibly just film the savagery as it's happening. There's no live journalism anymore. What is that? What is journalism anyway, right? It's just giving up somebody the right to just write your story for you. And that's so amazing because you think you have opinions and beliefs, but they're just catered to you. And there's multiple channels. You guessed it. There are multiple channels, but you think that makes that there are many. That's the swarm. And you believe in the swarm and you love it. You love it.
I was training Emily Blunt for a while with John. Those two in the gym at the same time is absolutely hilarious. They're the most comedic people I've ever seen. Nothing really gets done in the gym, so we had to separate them because...
Could it be that they're just driven by lust and the joking and just, flirting is all that they have, and so therefore you knew that it got in the way, so that you had to separate them like animals? Okay, what's wrong with you? Of course there's nothing wrong with you. You are the perfect person because that's what you believe and you love it. You love it so much.
Because we had a lot of work to do. Emily came in. She got her first action role. Edge of Tomorrow was fantastic. She had to wear an exoskeleton.
The exoskeleton. Wow. She's a Beatle now. And it's amazing because the Beatles are the best band ever, right, guys? You love them. That's right. You guessed them. And now she's one of them. And now she is one of them. First, the beetle was an Egyptian thing. They honored it and blasted it into their brain. The cancer scarab that just bashes and just pinches without you even knowing it, and just carnivate. It just carves and carves and carves and carves and carves some more, relentlessly in the dark, in the abyss. It just feeds and feeds and feeds and just decomposes and decomposes. But guessed it, you guessed it. You believe in that. You believe you're decomposing, and that's why you take poops, and that's why you deliver it relentlessly to the toilet every day. Okay? That's right. You believe in it, and you believe that that's what you are, and that's what you are, and that you love it, and so you eat it, and you became one. You became the beetle, okay? And now this guy's going to train you how to be in the beetle. Wow, amazing.
And this thing weighed about 70 pounds. And day in, day out, shooting with 70 pounds on your back, that's a new one for me. This is what keeps my job pretty interesting, too.
Exactly, because he knows how ridiculous it is, but he knows it's necessary. He knows it's necessary to just bash it into you without even knowing. Wow, that's his job. That's why he has this Vanity Fair person introducing you. Oh, wow, because this guy is, he's IOP. He's a high priest, probably, and it's amazing. He's a priesthood. He just smokes the dope all the time, and he probably goes to savage retreats where they just pile themselves relentlessly with ayahuasca and have some guy play the whistle and just relentlessly have this enchanting rhythm with the shakers and everything, and calling in the spirits of everywhere and anywhere of the abyss to present and just guide you for safety reasons. Because yes, lock yourselves in, guys. You're in for the journey of a lifetime. It will transform you. But no, it couldn't possibly be that it just bashes and dashes and tells you what you want it to believe, because ultimately you will believe it because it's you and all about you. And yes, you will just create things in your mind, and it's amazing. You love it because it's all about the mind and the third eye. That's right there, right? It's right there. So drill a hole. Drill the hole. Why is the hole not there, right? If there's an eye. No, it's invisible. It's inside of you. It's inside. And guys, connected with your all of your serpent, connected with the serpent of the chakras. Yes, because what? It's the Kundalini, and the Kundalini will smash and dash some more and open some space for you that you can bat thoughts away like even before, but better and better and better and better and better and better, and just blast yourself into the oblivion of a bliss, where you can just again hit home runs, homers, exactly, because you love Homer. You love him so much. Not the cartoon, but the historian or philosopher, but you have no clue. And exactly. This is, let's continue.
I never even thought that someone would be doing something like this. We ended up doing a lot of conditioning out on a track and using weight vests to kind of mimic that feeling of having that exterior skeleton and teaching her how to move with that weight on her back.
Exactly. Homer's Iliad that's where she's gonna go. That's her journey in Homer's Iliad, or whoever the hell Homer is, but you know who it is. It's all a Homo sapien. It's a Homo sapien, and there's one around the corner. Look, no, it's not. That's right. And they tell you don't trust your eyes. Don't trust your eyes because your eyes deceive you. No, it couldn't be possibly the light. And the light deceives you. No, it couldn't possibly be that. No, it could not. No, no, no. No, never, never, never. You know why? Because I am the most important person, and I love myself so much that I forgive myself to look into the abyss of the light and just love it and look in it for answers. It couldn't be possibly that life is love, and love is the thing that actually relentlessly gives and gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. It doesn't have, it doesn't cry offense. It doesn't cry offense. It does not cry offense or penalties. You do. You cry out penalty and foul. Foul penalty, foul penalty, foul penalty. On who? On your own kind, on your own flesh. On your own flesh. Why? Because you think you can compartmentalize your flesh into little tiny pieces and and just smash it and smash it and smash it and smash it and smash it until you find the abyss. Yes, you guessed it. And then the abyss will tell you what to do. And that's what you want. And because you love it. And you love it so much that it's going to what? You guessed it. Smash you. Because you're smashed. And that's what you believe, and that's why I say it.
We progress just like anything else. You're not going to go and you're going to put 50 pounds of weight vest on someone. So we would start with a 10-pound weight vest 1 week. We'd end up doing a 20-pound, a 30-pound, a 40-pound, eventually a 50-pound weight vest. I just wanted her to get an idea of what that was going to feel like and how hindering it is.
Right, because in the movie, she's going to have to relentlessly show people how devastating it is to kill, right? How devastating it is to kill and do it over and over again. How it is so devastating to just kill and relentlessly kill and kill and kill. No, it couldn't be possible about that. No, it has to be how she has to actually physically just carry that weight. Wow, this is so lame. This is so lame. This is so lame because the movie is actually just about smashing and dashing. Yes, it is relentlessly every time. Every time, guys. If you want to go to a movie where they smash and dash, amazing, because it's a promise. It's a false promise because you know it already, and exactly. There's nothing new under the sun, right? And so you can just be this guy and look into the abyss or look into the cue card. Let's continue.
Because a 70-pound exoskeleton with day after day after day of moving could throw something out of whack.
Wow. Throw something out of whack.
I don't know if you remember in the film, in that incredible scene where she's doing like the full-on push-up.
You mean doing yoga? You mean doing yoga and some sort of lotus dragon, just upright serpent, whatever they call this. But, you know, everyone's done it. Everyone's done it, and they know what I'm talking about. Everyone's done it, but she just did that. Nobody does push-ups like that, right? Who does push-ups like that? No, it's a worm just doing the worm. And it's a worm. It's the slithering slither of the slither, right? Come on. What are they doing?
It's kind of an epic scene, and I've actually had a lot of clients come to me saying, I want to look like Emily Blunt.
Right, because of the movement, not because of her flesh, because of the movement and the enchantment that precise shot evoked, right? It couldn't possibly be that. No, it's about the flesh, always, and it's always about him and him and him and him. And for this person that he's pointing to, it's about them. Absolutely correct. Look, this guy loves it. Smashed, just like this. Smashed. Okay, that thing has been smashed relentlessly, right? But it still seems to be, not totally bashed away, right? And so that's the total operation status of this person. Everything seems to be the same, but it's just relentlessly getting bashed.
Brie Larson for Captain Marvel. She came to me because of Emily Blunt and the way that she looked and performed in that film.
Yes? What do you want?
Training to become a superhero. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. She came in, she had the best mentality, she was ready to go. Anything we wanted to do, she was ready for it.
Wow, she was DTA. Down to anything. Down to anything. This person doesn't give a damn what she had to do to get what the flesh needed.
We had the proper amount of 12 weeks, which I absolutely love.
Okay, who actually thinks that they just pump these people with hamburger and then they come across, or just relentlessly make them do push-ups and sit-ups over and over again for just blasted hours and blasted hours and blast. Okay, what is at play here? What is at play? And this person won't tell you. He will just tell you, just schedule, joke. But, okay, what are you talking about?
I knew we were going to knock it out of the park with her. To keep things interesting.
Because she was down for anything. That's why you knew you were going to knock it out with her. Exactly.
and fun, you kind of want to set goals. You want to set milestones for these guys because we got week after week after week of training.
Because it couldn't be possible, like you said about the first guy. You said this guy wanted this, and you're like, this person was, this person was willing to do everything for what they said the character was needed to be, and so he was down for anything too. But no, you didn't say that for him because no. Why didn't you say it for him? What's going on?
Training. So what we try to do is set these short-term and long-term goals that are realistic and sometimes unrealistic, but it's still nice to have them. So we would start with pull-ups. The unassisted pull-up is
it sounded like he was almost about to laugh.
big goal for a lot of our women in these action roles.
See, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Right? Medicine balls. Wow. You can stack them because you want to appear like a Buddhist. And, it's just all open space. It's an open space. Just like your obliterated mind. It's just the matrix, brainwashed whiteness of nothingness. Wow. It's just like that. The space, the infinite space of abyss, the space that you're going to pave the road to where? That's right. You think you're going to pave the road to what? To this? That's where you certainly want it to go, don't you? That's why you have her just blasting up and down in front of the camera, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You love it.
Not because it really just tells us where she's at with her upper body strength.
It just tells us right away, guys, because you couldn't possibly be just focusing on her arm, her upper strength, right? No, it had to be this angle. You loved it.
You're told women aren't supposed to have a lot of upper body strength. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit, guys. You can have them jacked, looking like Popeye, and just amazing because they're so equal, and they're so equal, and it's so amazing.
Really, really, really strong pound for pound. For Bree, I think we ended up doing 10 pull-ups straight, 8 chain push-ups.
10 pull-ups, guys. That's not... What is this person talking about? 10. Amazing. 8 50-pound chain push-ups. 8. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, let's go.
With 50 pounds of chains on her back, hip thrusting well over 300 some odd pounds. I mean, this is stuff that most women would think is absolute insanity.
Most people would think it's sanity to do 10 pull-ups. Why? And why would any person want to even do a pull-up? It's just devastating. You can actually just do life, and life will actually make you the fitness that it is. I mean, what are you talking about? Life meaning, yes, the way, the truth. And it feeds you. And that it feeds you, not the hamburger that you're just pumping into your just gullet every day, because it's organic, guys. Because this guy just eats grass-fed beef every day, and omegas, and it just blasted, and omegas, and then there's 12s and the 6 because you have to keep him balanced and all this nonsense. And he drinks gallons of just kale blasted into him, just defiling the friction because it's so coarse. It's so coarse, but he makes it into a liquid, so it's actually nice. It's actually nice, and it has a nice aftertaste. So says Chef Ramsay, because he knows everything about taste, and it's all about taste, and how you yucky, or yes, give me more, into the gullet. Yes.
Think about it. If you're not able to do a pull-up, and then a few weeks later, I'm proving to you, and you're doing pull-ups, think about what that's doing to you psychologically.
Think what it's doing to you psychologically, just comparing, always just smashing and dashing, just smashing, compare, and just smash, and you let your ego bust you up and pump you, and then it dumps into you, and then you pump it back and dump it, pump, and you blow up. But no, you don't blow up because you can't. You don't blow up, do you? Because you're proof of it. You're proof of it that you could just pump it, and swallow, and swallow up. But you guessed it, because there's still a little bit of life in you, still alive, right? Because that's the state that we are kept in. Just enough life inside of you until they're ready to just smash it completely out of you. You're like in a den. You're in a dark den. This is the den. Look, that's why there's tons of light in here. It's dark inside, but with all these lights, you still need more light. And so this is this is the den where they keep you tied up, and they just smash and make you lift all these weights day in, day out, smash and smash and smash. And you're like, yes, I'm going to be the best fitness trainer ever, and just manifest other people's into believing that that's how you overcome. And that's how you overcome, and then smash and just go make movies about what? You guessed it, nothing. About the flesh and smashing and lustful things, and all the lust will give you power. The power is from lust, guys. If you did not know that, the power comes from lust. Look at him. He's proof of that because he loves that chick so much, and they probably love each other so much, and they're just smashing and defiling each other and abusing each other. It's amazing.
Mentally. I mean, it's just a reinforcement of who you are and what you're able to do. People don't believe something, and then all of a sudden they're able to do these things. It just goes to show that kind of hard work and dedication is really going to pay off.
Exactly. People don't believe these things, but all of a sudden they did something that just totally smashed them. It just separated them from it just cream, oil, water. I mean, you were separated. Because you can have all these layers show up, and you can say, wow, this is, look at all fluids have properties. Look, there's so many fluids, guys, so many, just like it's all fluid in your bash brain. But really, it just tells you one thing. Wow, it's separation. Wow, who knew such a concept? Wow, it's called separation. Yes, and you can just love it so much and call it so many names and just relentlessly go on singing the song of that never ends. You guessed it.
You get rid of those variables that could be holding you back, and you're really able to focus on your acting.
You know how to fly?
And focus on your acting now that you're blissfully brainwashed. Now that you have successfully carved, your brain into the image that you wanted it to be, and you were constantly, relentlessly advised and just told by your blissful mind while meditating. Yes, you guessed it. When you chose to ride that rocket into the oblivion and just blast and just bash thoughts left and right with the bat of what? You guessed it, the bat of nothing, because you do not have that power. It's an illusion. What do you think you're doing when you're just puffing and puffing and blasting air into you? Who knows? You're just calling in and you're energizing. You're energizing like Goku or some of these cartoon characters that just power up. They just go Power Ranger on yourself. You go Power Ranger on yourself, and then you what? Exactly, just sit there and get hemorrhoids. And it's so amazing because you love it. You love it, and you sit and 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 just... wow, just stare into the abyss. You just stare into the abyss forever and think that you're somehow better in your life when all around you, your daughters, your sons, they're all bashed. So what does that say about you? That means you are bashed and smashed because you sold them into what? Yes, the world. You guessed it. Because what? Yes, you love the world and you do not want to separate it from it. But of course, you don't even know that you are so separated. You're so smashed. You're like crystal that has hit the smash. The crystal has hit some sort of glass, some sort of rock that is softer than it, and it totally smashed it. Why? Because you think you're soft, and you know that you're nothing, and you believe it, and so I say it. You believe it.
See?
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Training for an athletic role. Alice.
An athletic role, meaning any regular ass person. Just go to the gym and snatch one then. It was just come on, what are you talking about?
Alison Brie, wow. Where to start with her? She's one of the absolute best humans I know. It doesn't matter.
He's like, wow, it doesn't matter that what I'm about to show you guys is so lame that she's awesome, guys.
If it's 6 a.m., she comes in the highest energy of anybody I've ever met in my life, and it's infectious, and everybody in the gym feeds off of it. I was training Allison for, I don't know, maybe even a couple years when she came to me telling me.
Wow, he was training her. He was training her for a couple years. Amazing. Training her for what? The body can, savagely transform, as you say, in like weeks. And so 2 years. So what were you doing with her? What were you doing?
She's going to be a wrestler. Here we go again with a brand new variable. Never trained anybody like this before. Because we had such a nice cushion of time with her.
Exactly. The cushion. Wow, you couldn't have put it better.
We didn't really have to go into like a 2-a-day type setup. We just trained her 5 days a week.
We just trained her. We trained her in this cushion for whatever time because he doesn't even care. He just knows that we did it. we did it to her.
Allison Brie is one of the strongest girls that I know. Pound for pound, the girl's able.
Pound for pound, you guessed it, pound for pound, because that's how you weigh things in life. That's the value, pound for a pound. A pound of pound, you pound it, and it pounds you back. Yes, relentlessly over and over.
Able to crank out 14 pull-ups. She's deadlifting over 200 pounds. She's pushing sleds with 300, 400 pounds on it.
Sled training is an absolute staple in all the training.
Right. She's basically plowing, and this guy knows it, but no, they make it look so amazing. So amazing. And what is, okay, the weight tells you to plow, okay, to plow and to work, because it's a spiritual battle. So go and plow, because you're here to grow, not to just defile. What is this? This is an artificial plowing, okay? This is artificial plowing, guys, and this guy calls it a gym. Because no, it couldn't be about possibly that the earth is the purpose, and you are the purpose, and it's all here to just abundantly, relentlessly give. And wow, you just take, because it's all about you. And no, because you actually love the world, because it's Gaia, and it's Mother Earth, right? And it's all nature, because you worship it. Because why? Oh, because you can manipulate. That's why. Because you know why you can manipulate? Because there's separation. And you distinguish, and then all of a sudden you're like, if I pick this up here and put it here, what happens? Wow, and you're blown away. You are blown away, and you believe it, and then you believe that you did it all. You guessed it.
That we do, especially for the females. It's a single leg exercise. It works strength, conditioning, everything. We can load it, unload it, pull it, push it. There's so many.
I know, guys, you can push it and pull it. There's so many ways to do it. But no, he will never say, guys, go and plow. Go and plow, guys, because that is so profound. This person doesn't even know. What does that mean? This person won't tell you what it means. He will just tell you to relentlessly push this up and down and forward and nothing, just so you can just get some physical flesh response of what? They don't know, but it sure damn looks good. Wow, what are you talking about? Muscle. What is muscle? Just relentless, tethering, just smashing of the fibers, and it just builds and blast the joints, just blast. But it sure looks good. Why do you think that? Oh, because you saw a statue that looks like people with muscles. What are you talking about? It's a statue. Yes, you guessed it. Because who knows what. Do you look like a statue? If somebody wants to chisel a statue out of it, would you be happy and put it up in Rome? No, you would not, probably. What are you talking about? What are people working for? What is your allegiance to? Exactly.
Variations to it.
The core is firing from each step, right? And it's this body coordination, and it's fantastic.
This is just obliteration further, right? Because this further separates. I mean, it's just another layer of just separation and bashing and slashing, right? Because this further separates you from, a connection aspect of life, and it relentlessly can show you, and it does. It's everywhere all the time, because you guessed it. There's nothing new under the sun. You are confused. You've been so confused. The sun is just blasting. You've stared into the sun forever and ever, wishing the light would just come and listen to you. You wish the sun just blasted down and killed those who you hate. And you wish that the sun would just come and singe and cook you eggs some days. And you wish the sun would just come and blast and give you summer all of the year. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's all about you. What are you talking about?
It was one of our staples for her strength training. One of the biggest compliments I can get is after the shoot, the client comes back and was injury-free. For me, that's the most important thing.
Injury-free. Could that be also, synonymous to virgin? No, right? Because no, that's offensive, and you say offense. But what does virginity mean? It means undefiled. Pure. Okay? Pure. But you don't know what that means, because you are defiled and you are just enlightened. So you associate, some sort of enlightenment of just blasting into the bliss as enlightenment. So you believe somehow, you correlate that just with your wordsmithing to be meaning that you're good because good is pure and up is down no, you're confused. What are you talking about?
Aesthetic thing is fantastic, and I get it, but we want to keep these guys healthy.
But we need to keep we need to keep just enough life in them so that they can actually not die on us, right? But we call death just their flesh just be completely just being just destroyed.
You pay attention.
Right? No, it couldn't possibly be that you just severed you beat the living life, right? With trauma, right? And you're constantly you're encouraging them. You're constantly encouraging. Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Look at you. You can do it so bad. You can do it so bad. You just gotta want it so bad. You just gotta do it. Just believe it. Just believe it. And that's how they carve and carve and carve and carve. And guess what? The flesh might actually be able to do it. And guess what? Yes, it actually responds. It responds. It responds. It responds because it relentlessly gives. It loves you no matter what, but you defile it always, always, always. Just defiling. Just defiling because the life is not the flesh. The life is the essence, right? And that's why when the flesh goes away, they call that death. But no, what the life, where does it go? Exactly. It continues, but the flesh does not. It just turns into dust. Dust that you believe in. The dust that made you and blasted, everything into everywhere. The blast that just dusted itself and smashed itself relentlessly into each other forever and ever and ever, and then made you. That's so amazing. You just love it so much. You love it so much. You love it so much. It couldn't be that there is what? That's right, a living intelligence. But don't even call it a living intelligence. You call it what? You call it your higher self. Your higher self. It's amazing. And this guy loves it too.
To glow, Allison is really doing all of her stunts. And knock on wood, 2 seasons in, hasn't had any injuries.
Oh, you may have defeated me today.
You might have defeated me today. What are you saying?
But this Cold War is only starting.
Training.
Exactly, because it's about freezing you into just into the abyss by lifting all these weights, right? The plan is to just ice cube you into nothing. But guess what? Nothing is nothing, so something is something, and nothing is something, and nothing is smash, scramble, scramble. And that is the irony of it all, because you think you can unscramble. You think you can unscramble your unscrambled brain and scramble the scrambled brain, or whatever it is that you believe. But listen, it's just a big smash and dash, right? It is a big smash. It's the revolving door. It's the revolver of revolvers, and you're playing Russian roulette every day. It's amazing. It's so amazing because it's thrilling. It's so thrilling. It's so thrilling, and it's, oh, wow, you get so pumped, and I feel so empowered. I feel so empowered and so jacked with nothing. I am jacked with just hamburger because that's what I believe. And it's just, the light is everything because it travels so fast. So fast, it's called a light year in whatever dimension of who can spooky name it, okay? Because a guy with spooky hair and just, a wizard named it.
Training for a dance role. Emma Stone, La La Land. Emma came in and she had some issues with her neck and her back and shoulder.
Right. So, instead of showing, Emma maybe during the training and showing you like how you're working each, body part that you just named, no, you will just show her just swinging her dress around like nothing in the wind. You guessed it, in the wind. And what is this? What is this? This is the look of just resentment. Resentment staring at the abyss because the abyss tells it to feel it that way. Amazing. And this person knows it. And this person is just evoking it all. Yes, come to mama. Or whatever.
and things like that. Those things have to be addressed. You don't work around them and hope that they go away. You really go in and try to attack any and all issues that could be holding her back. And for her,
Exactly. You have to go in and into her blah. You have to go and bash and bash and bash and just confuse so that you can actually know what's going on. But no, you already know. And that's why you do it. So you get the result because you're under pressure and you're under time and you know exactly what you're doing.
the training was a little less dramatic or invasive. A lot of stuff we
And this guy, I mean, this could be anybody, okay, guys? Because you might be just losing your minds about, this person is so good. I don't give a damn, right? In the sense that this is everyone, because this form is legion. It has multiple faces. It does. And why? Because it shapeshifts. It makes you believe that it is something that it is not. Yes, you guessed it.
did was really focusing in and around the hips and the stability and the
So this guy actually might not even know that, but he is living that role. He's living that character, so he believes it fully. But that's why it works. It works so beautifully. Because look, he's doing something. That's the service that he provides. This so-called society. That's the service. And they made a movie of it. Vanity Fair, because vanity is so fair. It is very fair, right? No, smashed, so smashed. Okay, what is this?
strength around the hips because of the dancing element. Most of the
Right, this person, I mean, this could be anybody, but the film is about them. I mean, they're talking about them. And this could be anybody, but no, it's not anybody, because it's actually who they are. They believe the identity, and they locked hard into it, and they create so many of them, and so many. And Jim Carrey says it's all nothing. Jim Carrey says it's nothing, and it's the abyss, but he is the abyss, okay? Because this everything that you can ever come to see and touch and whatever with your flesh wants to blast itself into knowing what the abyss is. No, the abyss is the swarm, okay? The convincing factor, the deception, the doubt, the separation, okay? You don't know it though, okay? So you just, your allegiance is as the wind. You will just bash it away and bash it as long as you feel good. As long as you feel good, and it just rewards you. It rewards you with everything you ever wanted in and of the world, right? Of course, because that's what you want. That's the legacy, and you don't give a damn. You don't give a damn what you have to do to get that, because you will never give. The only thing you will give is more swarm. That's why you will send all the children to defile other children, right? Because children that are defiled, that's exactly what they do. That's what they've been programmed to do, okay? And it couldn't be possibly, you call that human nature, but no, it is the process of just relentlessly being bashed and smashed on, and smashing and relentlessly destroying and thieving, okay? That is relentless. It is relentless, and it's been savagely just carved into your brain. It's been molded.
stuff she was doing was on one leg. We did a lot of
And it doesn't need billions and billions of numbers of years. This person shows that it only takes a matter of days or weeks, okay? Or whatever. It's possible. These people know it, and you're being lied to. Amazing.
strength training, a lot of mobility drills, balance stuff, a lot of crawling for core and coordination and things like that. We didn't have as much time. We had about
The problem is, doing it to the masses, okay? That's the problem. That's why there's a problem in there with population, because they can't do this relentlessly, right? That's why it takes a time, billions and billions of years for them, right? But no, it couldn't be that, right? Because that's not time. Time is not what they actually say it is. Okay, you're just devastated. You're so obliterated and blind, and just everything associated with that. You're the blind mice. You're everything. All these metaphors doesn't even matter, because they believe in this. Okay, this actually is their God, and it's amazing.
about 6 weeks before shooting. It's a hard balance because you don't want to train her too much because she's got all the dance training and choreography and all that kind of stuff that's going on the outside. So what I did is I just actually ended up training her less days, giving her more recovery. And I think we were doing about 4 to 5 days for the first couple weeks, and then we just kind of tapered all the way through the end until she started.
La La Land, exactly. La La Land training. Yes. How more beautiful could life just be showing you what it is? Because, yes, this video is Vanity Fair, guys. Remember that. Remember that. And, of course, it's a movie called La La Land. Yes, but nobody cares. They just go and get blasted and love it and love it and love themselves back and forgive themselves relentlessly over and over again.
Shooting. We focused a lot on the posterior chain, a lot of pulling motions, things to get the muscles firing and protecting and stabilizing the spine. We were able to clean up most of the issues with her neck and back. If you can eliminate pain from someone that's been living with pain and they believe that that pain is just part of life, I mean, it's...
Wow. Amazing. You are a savior. You are a manly savior. And if people don't believe in saviors, look, here's one, guys. So, yes, be your own savior. Actually, you can't, because the other person that you're describing wasn't able to save herself. She had to actually have you apparently save her. So, it's just smash of a philosophy, smash, bash. Okay? This savior, there is only one saving factor. Recognizing what the life is. You have no idea. You think you can pave this with a way to space. You call that life. Wow. Amazing. So amazing.
Lights of what I get to do is if I can help eliminate those types of pains.
Those types of pains, right? No, not possibly that he invokes and initiates the person into believing, into getting into doing the pain so that they can relentlessly just bash into believing that they're the character they're going to play. Wow. So any person that just goes and gets jacked to pick up chicks, yes, they're believing it. And that's why it works, because you just bash and smash and smash. And you're programmed, okay? The females are programmed to just relentlessly, go for those vessels. Shells, okay, because that's what they are, right? Where are the real men? Where are the sons of God? Okay, where are they? Right? Are they? Where are they? Okay, where is everyone? Where is everyone? Right? Is this just the abyss? Right? You're in the abyss, and people are just bumping around like in bumper cars, just smashing themselves, right? Relentlessly over and over, right? For what purpose? Right? You make the purpose, right? That's what you believe, and that's why I say it. But what is the purpose? There's only one purpose, and it's you. It's the flesh, okay? The flesh was the only purpose for this existence. The flesh. The flesh was the purpose. But guess what? It's here to be overcome. The flesh does not overcome the flesh. What does? Exactly. The life, and you don't know what the life is. Wow. Amazing. You know why? Because the life continues forever and ever and ever. As you believe that you exist and you just relentlessly happen over and over again. No. That is life relentlessly giving you the love. It doesn't care. It does not care. That's true love. That is unconditional love. It's just blasting life into you. But what? No. You will slap it in the face and call it bitch and just torment it and just defile it for you and everything that you associate to be around you. Okay? And you're just laughing. You're laughing, having a blast, just celebrating, just guzzling all that impurity, right? Just because you love it, and it's the ways of the world, of course. But no, this person would say no, 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 no. Exactly. Oh, flawless. Oh, and that was perfect. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Right where? Exactly. Into the abyss. Into the abyss. The 1,000 points of light that are just lights somewhere. In the abyss. You guessed it. But yes, you can actually travel. You can travel. You can travel. That's right. You guessed it. You can travel by looking at the lights of light. The lights of light. Right? You're the lights of light. But what are those lights? You have no clue. You have no clue. They're just a backdrop. Look, this person in the movie, it looks so fantastical and it's stars. Look, it's so stars and beautiful and they're dancing. Wow, yeah. And this person, who gives a damn? As long as he did the training to just make sure he didn't drop her. Who gives a damn? This, yeah, right.
I'm Jason Walsh.
Okay, we'll stop it there.